Suppose there is one sci-fi concept that has captured the imagination of audiences. In that case, it is the idea of accidentally or not so accidentally visiting a parallel universe or an alternate dimension. Scientists believe there are numerous parallel dimensions to our own, implying that interdimensional travel may be possible. Though it may be difficult to believe, there are stories of people seeing into parallel dimensions dating back to when the concept of an alternate universe existed. This makes everyone wonder whether it's even possible, and if it is, why does it never happen? And how exactly would we accomplish this with modern science? Teleportation is one method of accomplishing this. While human teleportation was merely a science fiction concept, it's now achievable in the subatomic world of quantum mechanics, although not in the way that is commonly shown in movies. Teleportation in the quantum realm entails the movement of information rather than the transmission of matter. In 2019, scientists confirmed that information could be transmitted between photons on computer circuits, even when the photons were not physically connected. According to a National Science Foundation-funded study by the University of Rochester and Purdue University experts, teleportation between electrons may now be achievable. The researchers, who include Rochester physicists John Nickel and Andrew Jordan, examined new techniques for establishing quantum mechanical interactions between distant electrons in papers published in Nature Communications and Physical Review X. According to the experts, the finding is a crucial step towards enhancing quantum computing. It could change technology, health, and science by offering quicker and more efficient processors and sensors. Quantum teleportation is an example of what Albert Einstein famously called spooky action at a distance, also known as quantum entanglement. One particle's properties affect another's properties in entanglement, one of the fundamental ideas of quantum physics, even when a great distance separates the particles. Quantum entanglement is an intriguing phenomenon in quantum physics in which two or more particles become inherently linked regardless of distance. Because of this entanglement, their properties are correlated so that the condition of one particle instantly impacts the state of the other, even if they are light years away. Scientists have been perplexed by the ramifications of this phenomenon, which has led to intriguing ideas such as the possibility of interdimensional travel. While the exact relationship between quantum entanglement and interdimensional travel is still mostly hypothetical, several ideas predict that exploiting particle entanglement could allow us to alter or access other dimensions. However, it's crucial to highlight that this is still mostly theoretical and far from actual use. But it's difficult to talk about quantum or particle physics without discussing CERN and the Large Hadron Collider. The Large Hadron Collider symbolizes human ingenuity and scientific progress. It's the world's most potent particle accelerator, making it a spectacular engineering and scientific cooperation achievement. The LHC's central component is a network of superconducting magnets that have been painstakingly assembled to push the boundaries of particle physics. This enormous device's main goal is to investigate the mysteries of our cosmos, especially those relating to dark matter and energy. Utilizing the LHC's capabilities, researchers do experiments to better understand the mysterious characteristics and behavior of these elusive cosmic phenomena. The perplexing absence of antimatter in the universe is one of the many puzzles they aim to resolve. By examining the complex structure of the universe, scientists aim to unearth a wealth of new information and throw light on particles that have so far evaded scientific detection. This quest for knowledge has already produced encouraging outcomes. Recently, researchers made an unexpected discovery by detecting 3 odd and previously undiscovered particles. These particles, which are not included in scientific research databases, have properties that contradict our current understanding of the fundamental constituents of matter. Scientists have collaborated, combining the intellectual prowess of prestigious schools like the University of California, Berkeley, and the University of Wisconsin-Madison to further examine these unique particles and their consequences. Together, they examine the distinctive signatures these newly discovered particles have left behind to uncover their mysteries. This research has the intriguing potential to shed light on the nature and structure of new spatial dimensions, while sticking to the fundamental ideas of the groundbreaking string theory. String theory, based on the fundamental concept of microscopic vibrating strings, presents exciting prospects for interdimensional travel, even though it is still purely hypothetical. String theory's predicted additional spatial dimensions could potentially allow access to dimensions other than the 3 we are familiar with. String theory's compactified additional dimensions might be wrapped up into tiny proportions, making them undetectable to our everyday experiences. However, if we could manipulate or design these dimensions, we might be able to create passageways or portals to other dimensions. Understanding string theory would provide insight into the nature of these other dimensions and how they might interact with our known universe. If interdimensional travel is possible, it could provide insight into harnessing and managing the other dimensions. Furthermore, string theory's attempts to reconcile gravity and quantum physics may be critical in understanding the underlying nature of space-time and the fabric of the universe. We may acquire insight into altering space-time itself by uncovering the mysteries of gravity, which plays a fundamental part in the construction of space-time. This could be a critical aspect of interdimensional travel. However, it's crucial to stress that the practical implications of string theory for interdimensional travel are very theoretical and are a long way off. String theory is a complicated and mathematically difficult framework that is still being researched and developed. To study and exploit the prospects of interdimensional travel based on string theory notions, additional theoretical advances, experimental proof, and technical breakthroughs would be necessary. What we mean is, if the study around interdimensional travel is still in its early stages, then how come there are cases indicating that it may already exist? Maybe not in our time, but somewhere in the future. In the summer of 1954, a strange European traveler arrived in Tokyo. When he submitted his passport to customs officers, they were perplexed about his country of origin. He claimed to come from a country called Taured. And yes, it's not familiar to you because it doesn't exist in our world. The passport even contained earlier stamps from his trips to Japan. Confounded, the tourist and official studied a map, only to learn that Taured had vanished, replaced by Andorra. Further research discovered that his driver's license was also issued in Taured. Despite security procedures, the passenger and his valuables and paperwork vanished overnight from his hotel room. In another mysterious occurrence, Lorena Garcia underwent a series of upsetting transformations in 2008. Things quickly escalated when she awoke one morning to find her bedsheets had changed. Her position had been relocated to a different apartment within the same building, with a manager who recognized her despite never having met her before. Her ex-boyfriend, to her astonishment, was uninformed of their breakup, and a man she had recently started dating had vanished, leaving no trace of his presence. Lorena returned home, claiming illness, after becoming overwhelmed by these unexplained changes. And if you thought that was mind-blowing, wait until you hear Frederick Dodson's first-hand story. He witnessed a strange incident involving a building. Dodson saw a new structure close to a hairdresser during a routine visit. He had, however, come to the salon frequently and remembered a vacant lot with a lawn and park seat instead. The employees at the salon informed him that the building had been there for around 5 years, which contradicted his impression of the vacant space. Dodson mentioned that he had used a reality-shifting technique before going to the salon. These reports of strange occurrences raise questions regarding the nature of reality and the existence of parallel universes or different dimensions. While they remain inexplicable and intriguing, they provide glimpses into odd phenomena that call our understanding of the world around us into question. Such incidents continue to grab the imagination and inspire debates regarding the possibility of parallel dimensions, but they also serve as a reminder of the mysteries that remain unsolved. Interdimensional travel is an exciting notion that promises adventure, discovery, and exploration. We can prepare for the voyage of a lifetime by learning the science, spirituality, and physics underpinning such travels, as well as the potential hazards and advantages associated with them. Anything is possible with the appropriate knowledge and preparedness.